Going back to the need for all this, like, what was you that discovered that there was a need? That was a thing that no one everyone needs to acknowledge, especially our
Mm.
Pasifika.
So, similar to this environment, the garage, so it was kind of like having a talanoa with my boys, and just having that, like, man, growing up was cool. We had homework study at church. We had White Sunday practice. We had Easter practice. We had things to do at church. But then it was hard coming home, and then we got all this homework that we need to do, and just having that chat with those boys. So that's like the spark that came about, And so I went back to like my supervisor and my lecturers, and I just asked, like, I want to do my master's on a hybrid of my growing up in terms of my own commitment of school and church, and then I want to hybrid in terms of merge that with my role as a dean at school, in terms of like I'm seeing this happen in front of me, so I want to merge both, and like I'll never forget, it was like 2016, like one of the students that I served, just missed out on NCA, and then I just had a chat. I go, Sully, like, we predicted your results will go well. I'm going into the end of year exams, like, what happened? And then he was just kind of just unloaded and just saying that just had heaps of church commitments going into the end of the year, which was fair enough. And so that was the other like secondary spark as well, in terms of this needs to be talked about. This I need to do some research about this. If there isn't, then that's even more of a purpose-driven life from God, to research this even more. We helped that student in the end. He got over the line with some extra stuff. But yeah, in terms of those two sparks, in terms of giving it a go, in terms of how we can do this. And I remember, I think I wrote in my research, like, I had an assignment that was due on Monday, and it was for science, It was like year 10 stuff. Serious back then, but now, I was just fourth form year 10 stuff, not senior stuff. But I wanted to go play for like the under 15s. We had a game. I wanted to do that instead. And then I remember Mum was just saying, son, we got to go clean the church. It's our turn. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. Like, I've got all this other stuff. I want to go play with the boys. And then, so I had to sacrifice that and had to go with my brothers and go clean up the church. It was our turn to beautify the church, which was nice. And then just learning from it in terms of, our parents do all this, and then they have to do their other roles on top of this. And here I am just fixated on my small world, and not understanding. So I wrote that in the research in terms of the symbol of beautifying the church is like another, it just parallels to us trying to beautify ourselves in terms of our understanding of the research that we want to do, get that project done, feel good about ourselves, get that dub with the boys, feel good about ourselves, and do all those little things. If we don't do those little things, then it's not going to work out, and then just making those sacrifices too. But yeah, so kids are still busy. Kids are probably even more busier now, in terms of what they're doing. So it's just how do we support them with that, and working with their parents. Yeah.
With your research, like you talked about the spark when you talk to your kids, and then how many other families is this happening to? Like, how many kids out there?
It's happening to a lot,
yeah.
Like a lot of families, a lot of the Pasifika families. In terms of what I've seen, and in terms of my time being a dean at school, like, it's a lot.
You still see it now?
I still see it now in terms of, a lot of the kids, you've got seminary, and then you've got a lot of kids got like the church practices, and then you've got like another group of kids who've got sports, and then they've got in terms of their their families are going to do, their families are like a brand itself. They have to go perform and all of that stuff. So it expands to beyond church, but it's happening a lot. I don't think it will stop. It's more just understanding how big that potential machine is, and just understanding, it's okay if you've got church practice, that's fine. We'll make sure we'll talk with the parents, and then let's work out a plan here in terms of the deadline is Monday. We'll give you maybe till Wednesday or Thursday, but make sure that's handed in on that time. So it's just having that tala noa, eh?
Man, that's what it is, eh? It's just having a yarn about it, man.
That's all it is, yeah.
Man, I'm mostly triggered from like stuff that used to happen at schools.
Yeah.
Because like if I couldn't hand stuff in, but we had practices, I remember specifically teachers would say like, well, if you become an All Black, your career is only going to be 10 years.
Yeah.
Saying stuff like that,
Yeah.
Or like, if you don't hand this in, like, this is going to eventually make this other part of your life fail.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I remember registering, eh?
Yeah.
So all these teachers, they were like, that man. Flipping monkeys.
But, speaking about those teachers, like, it's important for your research paper to come out, because especially going to the MOE, because how to like deal with the Pasifika kids. This is an extra thing that these Balangi's don't understand.
Yeah.
That we have to go through. That the kids have to go through.
Yeah.
And so if there's like a framework around how to manage kids that have church as their priority in their family, or stuff like that, or other things like sport, anything to do with outside extracurricular activities, that's got to do with bringing up a teenager.
It's like, do you reckon it's possible that like say at some schools they offer more subjects, you go to another school they offer less? Do you reckon just the fact that there might be lesser subjects, that kids can concentrate more on those core subjects and have less options because they've already focused on what they need to get done?
Yeah.
Whereas if you go to another high school that offers like more, and there's more papers and more homework to hand in, and more more workload for the kid.
Yeah, that's true. Like, and that just depends on the student itself. Eh? You got some students who want to fully focus on their senior life and just fixate on those set subjects in terms of like the sciences, because that's where they want to head. And then you got other students who are awesome as well, but then they also want their whole high school experience. They've never done geography. I want to give geography a go, even though my whole senior, like 5th form and 6th form, year 11, year 12, I've been focused on chem, physics, and earth science. But I really want to give geo a go. I see they go on all these trips. I want to give media a go. I see the kids running around with equipment, doing 2-minute movie sessions. I want to get that high school experience of doing other stuff. I remember one of our amazing students, she wanted to do law, so she focused on English, history, all the subjects that require like writing, like good critical thinking writing. Not that the other ones are not, but she wanted to focus on that. But then when I got to her last year, and she was a student leader, she was like, I want to give painting a go. I want to express myself in that. So just depends on the student, in terms of what they want to do.
Because